Andrew, thank you so much for chatting to us today on Eureka. So let's just take a step back before we get to your new invention. In terms of medical inventions or innovations within Africa, are we seeing a trend developing? How many inventions are actually coming out of Africa?
I don't think there's too many inventions, to be quite honest, coming out of Africa because of the financial implications of the patents and the process getting a product off the ground. That's not to say that there aren't any brilliant inventors in Africa. I think actually that Africa has probably got one of the best scientists as a population in the world. But the financial implications of patenting, the setup, the infrastructure to get an idea off the ground and into the commercial industries is very difficult. And I think that's where the more westernized countries and first world countries have a sort of leap above us.
An advantage. Yeah. So the invention before this one, so the last invention was a drug testing kit. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, that was we called it a drug detective kit, a very super specialized drug detection device using swipe methods on surfaces or skin, or even dipping into liquids to see if they were mixed with any narcotics. And that's got off the ground nicely, and we're supplying police agencies and the US military with that. So it's a very specialized product that's not readily available for normal public use.
Maybe it should be.
Well, there are other good drug testing devices that
like
are
a home
available.
Tester,
home
right?
testing, yeah.
And so what drugs can it actually detect?
It can detect most of the common narcotics, all the different classes. There's about 6 or 7 different classes, and identify them as well.
Okay, let's get back to your new invention. And this is a device. Please take us through it.
Well, this new invention is probably the one I'm most excited about up to now, and hopefully it'll be the one that I will perfect completely. It's a device that uses vitamins in a specialized little rocket that gets inserted into normal bottled water, so that when the consumer buys the bottle, he will see the aesthetic appeal of this. I mean, it looks like a space age thing, which is what we intended it to look like in terms of technology and what we want, what we wanted to do inside the human body. So the idea is to have any normal standard bottle with a standard cap, and then we insert this rocket into the bottled water during the assembly line. So it obviously happened after the bottle has been filled with either spring water or reverse osmosis water, which is the most of the bottled waters. And inside the rocket we can put whatever we want in terms of effervescent spheres. So it's not something that you would swallow in terms of tablets, because a lot of people in today's age don't like swallowing tablets and having tablets. Effervescent technology is actually the trend to go forward now in today's age.
Okay, so break it down in layman's terms. What is the
well, effervescent is commonly known as you buy it in these little tins. It's got those discs. It's a vitamin C or any other vitamin. You drop it in half a glass of water,
and then it bubbles.
It explodes in a fusion of bubbles.
And this is basically that.
So these are specialized little effervescent spheres that contain the ingredients of whatever you want it to contain.
Okay, so what is in here, for example?
In here is just normal multivitamins.
Okay.
So it's your vitamin C and your vitamin B complex. Can also add minerals such as iron or zinc. And
so you've got it all in one. So one bottle of water per day should be good.
Yeah, well, we want to do different product ranges. So you can have a bottle that is more focused for vitamin C. Or you can have another product range which we could actually market as good for your nails and your hair. It can contain an ingredient called biotin. We can customize it. We can even change the coloring of the effervescence to match whatever the marketing protocol will be.
So Andrew, how did you come up with this big idea?
Well, as a medical doctor, I noticed that the trend was towards this effervescent technology, and people liked using effervescence. And on the same level, you know, the normal modern lifestyle is very quick, very active,
fast-paced.
People get dehydrated. People need continuous hydration. You know, as you know, you need about a minimum of 2 liters a day as an adult. So,
Right.
and bottled water is the practical solution to hydration.
Yeah, yeah.
So I thought of combining the two in one, but in doing that, you know, there are other products that have flavored waters, or they have waters that are mixed with some vitamins. The idea behind this, or what makes this product so unique and different, is that the water stays uncolored when you buy it. So you see actually clear water, and you see what you're having. There's no added flavorants, there's no sugars.
Right, that was my question. It tastes like water,
yes,
but it's got the extra nutrients,
It's got just the pure nutrients, nothing else. So you know what you're having.
How long did this process take, Andrew, from the big idea to where you are now?
Well, it took about 2 years to get to this stage now. You know, the tool making in developing a product, you know, this rocket here has 2 extremes in function, because initially, as you can see, if I tilt this, you can see that those effervescent spheres are completely waterproof. There's no water in that rocket as I turn. When you open though and you pull the tag, you pull the pull tab, there's a mechanism that happens, and that mechanism, once you've pulled the pull tag, allows a gush of water. So there's 2 extremes that you require in this one product. And so the tool making and the design of the actual rocket that goes in here was quite intense and complex. If I can show you the components of this, you'll see that we have in this rocket food grade O-rings that maintain the watertight structure of the rocket. There's a component, if I show you, it consists actually of 2 components. This is the outside. There's vents that allow water, once you've opened to get in to cause the explosion of the bubbles. So
at what point did you patent this product?
Well, you see, that's also very important. We call that prior art. You've got to be very careful when you do these patents, because what happens is you've got an idea, and the idea's obviously got to be functional. So you can't just go and patent an idea once you've got it without knowing that it's going to work. A lot of ideas are good in theory, but in practicality they don't work. So once you know it works, and you've done the prototypes, I think that's the point where you would go and patent it.
But we look forward to seeing it on the shelves
Thank you very much.
very soon. Thank you, Andrew, for joining us today.
Thank you.